truth be known is mental health awareness is not a stigma and it's not taboo. Okay, it is not taboo. It is very real. It can break the biggest of spirits around this world. And I grew up knowing that I'm strong, I'm great, I'm wonderful. And I grew up always being strong, and I still am strong-willed. But when that one day of the first attack of anxiety hit me, it wasn't pleasant. And I didn't want to acknowledge this was going on. And I let it run for at least 4 years, ignoring it. There was times I would find myself at a hospital because I thought I was having a heart attack. On numerous occasions, I thought I really was having a heart attack. I never told anyone. I have never, ever, ever, ever divulged some of the information I've told you. There was nights I would spend nights in the hospital and then turn up for work the next day in the same clothes because I didn't make it home to get changed, or because I felt that I needed to make sure that I'm there. I didn't want to let anyone down. So, you know, just you cannot live in that bubble. So no matter what you're going through in your life, no matter how your relationships aren't working, or someone's being a protagonist against you, you're about to lose your home, or you have no money coming in, you will survive. You will survive. And yes, you will be, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's see if he's joined us. You will, let's go. Sorry, I'm just, so let's get me back on here. You will survive, no matter how you look at it. I so need to fix my banner. You will survive. And I don't know what you want to call as your drug or your drink, but seek help. Because help is out there. Help is out there. And it doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost anything to just speak to someone. There's techniques now that are called mindfulness. If you go online, you can go, especially for the NHS, you can find relaxation techniques. Now, relaxation is not about getting rid of stress. It's how you deal with stress. It's not getting rid of it. It's how you deal with it. It's what you feed your mind with. What are you going to feed your mind with today? You know, I've got issues about putting on weight. I lost 2 stones and then I put it all back on. And then even before I even started this this new channel show, I thought, no, I'm not going to do this until I've lost the weight. Then I thought, just get on with it, because you either take me for who I am right here, right now, because I've got a message to do. I've got a message I want to relay. I want other people to be able to relate to the normalities of life without feeling that it's taboo to have this subject. Okay, I'm going to pause and I'm going to get my other guest in on my show. Standing in the truth. Be right back. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Is he here? Give it a feel. Oh, here he is. Here he is. I hope everyone, you're not going to see him, unfortunately, on this particular recording here. What you will do. Hi.
Hello, babe.
How are you?
It looks nice.
I didn't shave it off.
Well, yeah, I can see you're wearing a lovely syrup, babe. Right, sorry.
Not at all. Not at all. Welcome to Standing in My Truth. Yay! And it's your truth as well. So today, I'm so glad, because to be honest with you, you are my first. Normally I do the podcast, which is just me speaking and someone joins in, via the television. And you are the first that I've actually gone live with. on a
Oh,
subject
thank
that
you.
we feel very, very strongly about.
Yeah,
From anxiety, panic attack, depression, and to the bigger extreme, which is suicide.
yeah.
You know,
Suicide, yeah, definitely.
exactly. So I'm hoping that everyone can hear us. So make sure you turn
Hmm.
that volume up on your
Yeah.
machine,
That's
as
it.
I'm about
There
to do
you go.
mine. Give it some welly. Bear me a second. Um, how's that sounding?
That's sounding perfect. Can you hear
Absolutely
me?
brilliant. Okay, let's kick it
Brilliant.
off. Please introduce yourself first and foremost.
Right. Well, my name is MC Spee. I've been in the business for over 30 years, from back in the day with the garage stuff. I'm frontman for a band called Dread Zone. I've done my hip hop, my drum and bass, and, you know, worked with my Studio One reggae singers. So I've been about. You might know a few of my tunes, but didn't know it was me.
I do.
You do, darling. Of
I've been
course
on
you
the
do.
road with you, babe. I've been on the
I
road with
know.
you. Some really good nights as well.
Oh, for sure. But well, that's for another podcast.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
Well, that's who I am. So the thing is that Valerie's asked me to do this podcast because I'm quite open about mental health, which is quite, you know, for men, full stop.
Yeah.
It's been a bit of a taboo for a while. And I think that within the last few years, with people like myself and like Barry Ashworth and other people in the game that have started to realize and embrace their mental health issues, that we're able to help other people.
Absolutely.
And I think that is the main thing. It's like, if other people see, oh, if they put you on some kind of pedestal musically or whatever, and they see that you're actually normal and you can't get out of bed sometimes and you cry at the silliest things and
Absolutely.
you stand there in a queue panicking, and, you know, it's very, very difficult. And when people can see that you are like them in some ways, I think it opens it up, and it does make people aware that they're not on their own. And the thing is that's what the main thing is feeling alone. Loneliness
And you can
can
be in a
cause,
relationship as well, can't you? And you're
oh,
still lonely, you know, which is the
listen,
saddest part about it all, don't you think?
standing in front of 10,000 people singing your song back to you,
Yeah.
and then half an hour later you could be sitting in a Premier Inn on the corner of a bed in tears with white noise in your ear holes going, well, what was that all about?
Oh,
And
my
they
God.
don't see that. They don't see that. And you're
Yeah.
sitting there and you think, right, you've given all these people greatness or something that they go, oh, that tune's brilliant, that guy's brilliant, everything is cool. But the demons that we have to battle every day, and the thing about it is it's they say most musicians, there's a fine line between genius and madness, and we step it every day.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is that some of us have found it difficult to integrate into societies, not because we feel that we're special or anything else. It's just the fact that people don't realize that stuff that happens many, many years ago affects people now. I'm 52, right? I'm 52, yeah?
Thank you.
And
Absolutely.
right. So my first ever memory, and I'm quite willing to talk about this, right, was holding my granddad's hand, right? My granddad's hand, and my nan was holding my 8-month-old brother. We walked up to these big, massive black Victorian gates that were opened. We walked into a red brick building that smelled of disinfectant and bleach. And I was put into a room. Go and play in there. And it had all the latest toys, from Magic Roundabout, Doctor Who, we're talking 1970, right? 1970. Yeah, right. So next week, my grandparents and my brother disappeared, and I looked out the window and saw it was getting dark. So I asked the people there. Can I see my grandparents? And they'd gone. And I realised it was a children's home. And I was there for I was there for 2.5 years. And I never saw my grandparents until I came out, because they were so embarrassed putting me into that children's home because of my family situation. But that's my first memory. Now, I think to myself, why can I remember 2.5 and nothing before? Because that's my first trauma. And
my God.
And that's the first thing that stuck in my head. So for all my life, where that is my first introduction, oh yeah, I remember that. And where I'm in counselling now, because of my PTSD, which I've had since I was 2, obviously, with this situation. I only started dealing with it last year, and starting to realise that, hold on a minute, I've got 5 children. I was in a relationship with their mum for 27 years. I've got children that are autistic and on the spectrum. That's all coming from me, because I've had blood tests done with chromosomes and stuff, so I know.
You know, yeah.
But the thing about it is my children and their condition have answered questions about me and my childhood, because I'm seeing them do exactly the same things I did.
So genetically, it's passing down. Okay.
But I was beaten. Oh, don't do that. Different lifestyle, different parenting. So what do? You have to look at it. Yeah, which I did. And I used drink and drugs to keep it down and to show people I was normal.
Yeah. What is normal?
Which affected, yes, but nothing.
Normal.
But this is what I'm saying. When they're saying this is the new normal, no, I think what this lockdown has done has shown people that thought that they were okay, that they actually do have some kind of mental issue, whether it's anxiety, whether it's depression, whether these are real things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that has allowed people to have a little bit more understanding with their friends and family that have been depressed for years, and they go, "Oh, suck it in, man up."
Oh, get all over it. Yeah, man up. Yeah. Right. But I totally hear you.
That they can look at them, have a bit more empathy, a bit more sympathy and understanding.
Yeah.
Now, people that are in a relationship where they're feeling on their own and lonely is the saddest thing. It is the saddest thing. And if they've got children, it's the most hurtful. I've done it. I've been there. It's not right. And I think that with people like you, because what I saw through the lockdown was for you to get your head together and to do something for other people, right? So you were doing your fitness thing, which was for your head you needed.
I had to do that. Yeah.
You had to do something. All of a sudden, everyone became a DJ, right? Right? All of a sudden, everyone started learning to play the guitar. But people need to do something, right?
Trust me, at some point it wound me up, but hey.
But what you did, the same with the reason why I'm on here is because being open and talking, it opens dialogue. It opens doors for people that look at people like us and think that we're above all that.
Yeah, because they do see us like that.
It's because of that we're in the industry.
Exactly.
Because we write songs and that's our therapy.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't. I think you've hit the nail on the head where because of our choice of career, that's our passion. What they fail to realize is that it's not an ego; it's us wearing our hearts on our sleeves. So
exactly,
performing, we're performing with every passion of our activity. Basically,
my band. Sorry to interrupt, but my band couldn't believe how much I still suffer from stage fright. And years ago, it took me 45 minutes. Yeah, seriously. And it would take me 45 minutes not talking to the band before I went on stage. Now it's a lot better.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, it's because of that passion. I don't want to let people down.
Yeah.
Because it's like, there's my heart. you're going to poke it for an hour and a half,
Right.
and then I'm going to go home and put plasters on it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, and you know, I used to find that being on the road, because as you know, with Groove Armada and even still with freestylers, I was no drugs, no drink. I did nothing, you know.
Yeah.
I was so clean. It's one of the things that saved my life when it was a point where, you know, you know the story where I almost
yeah or nay, shit or bust.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was one of those things that at that period, I you know, I survived. Even to this day, sometimes I ask myself, how the hell did I survive that?
How did that?
You know what I mean? But I guess it's because of what I went through. But when I came out of that, the one thing the doctor said to me was, from here on in, you're going to be living on survival mode. And I didn't understand for 1 minute what he meant.
What he meant,
it was a case of, I'm fine. You know, I had to learn to walk again, I had to learn to talk again, I had to learn to wipe my arse.
Yeah.
I had to
Yes,
learn
exactly.
All these things, all of this.
When they say baby steps, it was baby for truth.
It was baby steps, basically. So once, but the thing is, I never thought about it. You know, there was, I mean, I never get the guys in freestylers. They were doing a show, and knowing full well that I just spent 10 months, practically 10 months off the road in hospital. Do you know what I mean? And then I went, I want to go. And I was like, I was only probably about 5 stones, but you know, bag of bones.
Yeah, bag of bones.
That was my passion. That's what I want to do. I need to get back on the stage.
That was the therapy.
Said, you're going to be in survival mode. And I thought, that can't be right. Never. Do you know, 5 years later, that's exactly what happened. I started having panic attacks. I started with the anxiety, but I would never tell anyone that's what's happening. I actually didn't know that what was happening. I just thought, oh God, what's this? Get over it.
Try and put it aside, not look at it, because it's like, I shouldn't be happening to me, because I'm professional, and I should be able to deal with this.
Deal with it. So, and I couldn't. So I found, you know, after years of not being a drinker, I started drinking because I didn't like the scrutiny. I was now finding people was getting, you know, coming onto social media. It was like, I'm not being fake when I'm on social media. What you see is what you get.
Is what you get, exactly.
I get attacked for just being myself.
Of course.
If they don't know your history, you know, do you find also that being a musician, you weren't able to form normal friendships? We only have friendships within the music industry.
Within the industry, exactly. So you've got your fan base, which you put your smiley face on for, and you sign your bits and pieces, and you're still not being fake, because they're your butter. So you go out and do. Then you have your internal music friends, but you're still not going around their house on a Wednesday afternoon to have a cup of tea. All right?
No, you're not.
Down with Ray. Oh, I'm going to pop. No, none of that happens.
Yeah.
So therefore, these friendships are not. We survival mode. It's the people we need around us to make us work, to make us feel validated. You know, because we need that as much as validating other people.
Yeah. Did you find? I didn't mean to cut you there. Did you find the friends that you had around you? And this is not me talking about myself. I'm just saying, I'm just putting a whole big melting pot here.
Yeah.
You find that you had friends that idolized you.
Yes.
So they knew that you are MC Spee with Dread Zone, and
you're
doing this, and you're a great artist. So they didn't know how to relate to you as that friend, but they knew that they were your friends. You've been to school together. They've gone to meet some of your shows. You might
and you get them in the guest list, and you do that, and we had a little circle. Yeah, definitely.
But when you were down, were they there?
No. No, not all of them. Not all of them. There was a few, and I've met a few people over the years.
The suicide line that you actually.
It's called Papyrus. So if you have a look for Papyrus, they're actually they have a helpline, and they're set up up north at the moment, and we're in talks about trying to get a London-based phone line sorted out, but obviously, you know, it takes money, but that's fundraising and stuff.
Yeah.
So if, you know, you just have a look, because Childline is there and Samaritans are there, but Papyrus for youngsters, teenagers, and, you know, I've got 5 kids, 1 grandchild and another one on the way. So it's like, I have to make sure that if I leave this mortal coil, that I've done something that is going to help them and help the future.
Back. Yes.
Yeah.
You were not
and the fact that I am open, they've seen me cry, they've seen me bad, they've seen me at my worst where I can't get out of bed, and I explain to them, and people say to me, oh, you shouldn't do that. And so, no, they need to know what it looks like.
Yes.
They need to know that it's real. And if they feel like that, is not to feel bad, because, you know, it runs in the family. It's not their fault.
It prepares them.
Exactly. And even if that is the only thing I can do, then at least they're not going to be knocked sideways when it does hit them and think, what is this? When you see the anxiety and the panic attacks and everything, and you say, what's happening to me? I shouldn't be like this. I'm 6'6" and I'm strong and I should be, you know, what's going on? Why am I crying? I'm standing at a bus stop. I can't decide between I can't decide between a steak, bacon, a sausage roll. Why am I crying? You know, and that, believe me, it's that simple things like that do happen.
Yeah.
And so it's the thing about, if there is a next lockdown, people that are listening and going to watch parts of this, you know now what your limits and capabilities are. You always know your friends that have had what you call slightly blessed, you call them. So what you need to do is keep in touch with them. And yes, they might not pick up the phone. Yes, they might just tell you that they're okay, but bombard them, let them know that they're not on their own. And I think that's the next level. If this lockdown 2 comes, then it's about, you want community back, create community.
Create it.
And the only way you create community is talk and make community.
There
That's
you go.
it.
Talk about it.
There you go.
Talk about
exactly.
it. Don't feel bad about it. Talk about it.
Talk about it. And listen, if you're a man, woman, or child, it happens to you. So talk about it.
Yeah.
And especially you men, right?
Right.
And especially black men.
Hear that?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially black men. All right. Pull your finger out, boys. Because it's not about the colour of your skin. Because if you opened up our brains, they're all grey.
They're all the same.
They're all the same.
Spencer Graham, thank you so much.
You are more than welcome.
For having, you know, coming on with me today. And at the end of it, I'm going to take that information from you and I'm going to stick it at the end of the video.
Yeah.
So everybody can see this.
Everyone can see it.
Please, folks.
Well, can I say something? Listen.
Spee on, you must go to his Facebook page. Check him out.
Well, listen, can I say, everybody looking at this, support Miss Valerie Maxwell. She is doing and will completely do a fantastic job. And the thing about it is I just want to say one last thing, that your God found you and you found your God. And I'm not religious, but people have found religion. And if you are religious and you do have that, hold on to that, because that helps.
Yes, it's the faith.
That helps.
Something that helps. It's faith.
Yeah.
And and it works for me. So yeah, I wouldn't want to force that on anybody, to be fair.
No, but I wanted to make
and I love what you just said there.
So may your God bless you.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Love you.
God bless. Bye bye,
darling.